All right, so moving on to a hip flexor stretch. So if you have a bed, you could do it possibly on the couch. You want a little bit of an elevation to be able to feel the stretch. I'm gonna have Terry lie on her back, and she's gonna come somewhat close to the edge. And she's basically gonna stretch the leg that's on the table, the couch, the bed is gonna be nice and straight. The one that's near the edge, she's gonna have bent. And she's gonna take her foot down off the side. And if you look, what happens is it creates this length up through that quad, through the hip flexor, up through the psoas, into that nice stretch. So if you have someone to help you on this exercise, that would be ideal, because if you notice, what I could do is I could add a little bit of just gentle pressure to her leg to help lengthen that stretch. And watch what happens too. Go ahead and just arch your back a little bit, Terry. If you notice her ribs popping up to the ceiling, there's this nice big arch through her back in the mat. Not a good position to be in. So when you're here, think of pulling your tummy down towards the mat. I guarantee you, you'll feel even more stretch through that hip flexor and quad. And then I'm gonna actually have Terry take her leg up. She's gonna reverse sides so you can see the same thing. So just make sure that you're somewhat near the edge and you're able to drape that leg off of the carriage. And I will tell you, one side will be a lot tighter than the other, depending on where your strengths and your weaknesses are. Good. And then again, someone can just give you a little bit of a gentle pressure, not a push, and just watch when you have someone stretching that leg, don't directly push on the knee, not safe. Just give a little bit of a stretch through that quad hip flexor, watching that you don't have too much of an arch in your back, lengthening up through the front of that body. And this one is a good one to really hold and make sure that you breathe through it, okay? And then go ahead and just bring that leg back on, Terry. And then once you guys get out of that stretch, I would have you have her pull her knees into her. Grab her knees just to kind of stretch the lower back out. It gives you a nice counter stretch because of the pressure that it puts on that leg.